Hey there guys, what's going on? So, obviously if you've been watching my videos lately, I've mentioned that there's going to be a lot of vinyl music unboxings, a lot of backed material, a lot of other material that I filmed that isn't even up yet. There's just going to be a big rush, a huge wave of material coming at you guys just one at a time over the course of days and days and days and days. Pretty much it's like planned out for weeks at this point. But today, I wanted to take something and bump it to the head of the line because technically it is release day for this particular record. And while I do not have a review up and ready to go for it just yet, I thought we'd do a little vinyl unboxing because I was able to go to my local record shop, my local retailer, the wonderful Angry Mom Records in Ithaca, New York, and pick up this little beauty. And I wanted to be able to show it to you guys today. Even though I know there were things about it yesterday being the release day, even though Tuesdays are release days for now until they switch to Fridays, whatever the case may be, I have it for you here, and we're going to talk about this right now with my Morning Jacket's latest studio album entitled The Waterfall. Now, it's been several years since we've seen my Morning Jacket last. I don't remember the exact time period, but there have been a few years in between where Jim James was showing up in a variety of other things, you know, his solo album, doing things with the Bob Dylan tracks. It was like, oh, there's Jim James, oh, there he is again, there he is. He was just kind of bouncing all over the place, and there really wasn't a lot of my Morning Jacket talk for a little bit. And then there was a whole thing where the band got back together, they were recording, they weren't apart in that sense, they reconvened, started recording again in a place that Jerry Garcia made famous, I believe. And the album was headed in one particular direction, and then Jim tweaked his back, that it had something really bad, like a pretty severe like back injury, which ended up, you know, kind of sidelining him, ended up like, you know, stuff like singing or playing guitar like on his back, only being able to, you know, sit on his back, and that really took the lyrics and the songwriting direction into a new place and gave him sort of a new mindset going into making this record, so much so that there will actually be another record, I believe, I want to say next year, because they made so much material that it actually spawned into 2 albums. But here today is The Waterfall, which has a great little cover to it here. Very, very nice. One of these many reasons you know, I like to get vinyl. You take what could be this big on a CD, and you can blow it up, and it's like another little piece of artwork for your home or office or wherever you like to keep your most precious decor. And obviously that is the cover, and on the back there we have more pretty artwork there along with all of the tracks. So far I would say I like the lead single with Big Decisions. I like In Its Infancy, The Waterfall. Compound Fracture is pretty good. I don't know my Morning Jacket well enough to really like describe to you guys like, oh, their sound did this or their sound did that, but it definitely seems like they're taking it more of a concerted psych rock kind of direction. And there's things like I read an article talking about how Jim James kind of took the tracks and blended them together with like the computers and doing some different sound work and really like kind of making it spacey and unusual sounding. And you can definitely hear that as these tracks kind of flow in and out of one another, which is very interesting. I don't know if it's like my favorite release. I definitely have to give it more spins to really find out, but I like the direction that it's certainly going in. I mean, I could, like I said, I don't know them well enough to be a judge like, oh, it's, you know, their 3rd best album out of their set or something along those lines. But I just picked this up as well as Z over the weekend, so I'm hoping to find out a little bit more backstory and a little more info. But inside we have more of this kind of spacey, psyched out imagery, except with all the guys in there. I dare you to guess which one is Jim out of this bunch. It's kind of an easy guess, but you know, I'll let you have the first one. Obviously around this area where they must have recorded or something. Very beautiful, beautiful imagery everywhere. Even the real stuff, just beautiful imagery. And that's pretty cool. That's a nice 2 LP set gatefold. Pretty much the same in the case of both LPs through Capitol Records. They just pretty much look like this, which is kind of the old school inserts with a nice clear wrapping for protection, which is nice because a lot of them are just like, you know, paper or different things in there. So that's a little bit nicer. And you also get this booklet with here's the cover for the book. A lot more like pretty imagery, art design, along with like handwritten lyrics for the songs, and more imagery of like these beautiful places, or this beautiful place. I don't know, I'd be interested to know more about it. And the more handwritten lyrics in the back, and then your credits and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I like that. A nice little insert, like a nice attention to detail kind of an insert that gives you a little bit more backstory on the lyrics, and gives you something pretty to look through as you're listening to this record. And I don't believe there is a download card with this. I think it is just your straight up 2 LP set. No, I'm actually wrong. Hold on. There is, I didn't see it the first time I opened it. There is a download card for the Waterfall, which I will not show on camera, but I already have my copy, so I could give that away if need be. And so yeah, you do get a download card for the digital version. I don't know. I don't see any mention of like I know there were some bonus tracks with like the one on iTunes and stuff. I don't know if that's the case with this. It may not be. I haven't heard them, but I don't know with that. But you get a nice comprehensive all-around vinyl here with the Waterfall. Nice 2 LP set, gatefold, nice plastic coverings for the records, a nice little insert with the handwritten look for the lyrics. It's a nice set, and I think it's a pretty nice record at a pretty standard price. So definitely, if you're into My Morning Jacket, or you're intrigued by their sound as I am, definitely go out to your local retailer if you can. And Amazon is not your only option, or one of those kind of things, and go out and maybe pick yourself up some My Morning Jacket with the Waterfall. I'd say it's pretty good and well worth the vinyl unboxing. But that is it, and that is all for me here, you guys, in this particular installment today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and keep it tuned here for just much more pretty much every day, and if not every other day. So keep it here and stay tuned.